Hi guys, I'm Walton and I'm going to finish the Eldar unit reviews. No, I'm not. We've got some things to do. I'm going to get up to Eldrad. That's what I'm promising today, basically. And we're on to the Wraithlord. Okay, a little bit of fluff. When the Eldar people die, they trap their souls in crystals that live in the craft world and bone that's on the craft world. When the craft world's pretty stuffed, they take these giant wraith bone structures and fill them with the spirits of the dead. And they make the dead fight for them. And the danger for the dead is that if they don't go back into a crystal at the end, they'll go to hell, or the Eldar's hell. So they risk a lot. So don't bring them to the table because it's harsh. And there's a lot of other reasons why you shouldn't bring them to the table. So guys, remember that stat line?
Right, so weapon skill 4, ballistic 4, strength 10, toughness 8, wounds 3, initiative 4, attacks 2, leadership 10, save 3+. Yes, I said toughness 8 with strength 10.
It is ridiculous.
But it's a 3+ save. There's no invulnerable, and when we get onto it, it's not Eternal Warrior. 3 shots down.
Yeah, the toughness 8 means that bolt guns can't hurt it, and last guns can't hurt it, which are the two most popular forms of weapon. Orc guns can't hurt it, so no troop can hurt it.
Yeah, but any orc army is going to have like a billion guns. And
Well, not one can touch it.
Yeah, but I mean like a billion large. If you have an orc army without like a million big guns,
they'll be able to hit you to death as well. Because they're strength 5 and assault. Not strength 4. No, they'll did punch you to death. They'll find a way. Also got power claws galore. The other issue for this guy's force weapons. When a force sword comes along, vroom, on the floor with him, for a librarian dreadnought scare him. Also, do you not make him wet this guy's pants? Poison weapons. We don't care if your toughness is 50. We're wounding you on a 3+ or a 4+. When you play Dark Eldar, do not bring a Wraith army, because Dark Eldar don't give a crap if your toughness 10. They'll just shoot you 4 up, nevertheless. But still, toughness 8 is reasonably good. But problem is, don't expect people to start firing their bolt guns at this thing. They're going to fight the last cannons, the missile launchers, and for that he'll fall like any other thing. But let's get on to what he is. So, do you want to read a couple of rules out?
right, it's fearless. Is that the same as?
Yep, he's just fearless.
They are not affected by emotions such as dread and urges of self-preservation. They felt the need to write a paragraph about the word fearless.
Yep, they're fearless. Right, monstrous creature. Why is this brilliant? Right, it's not why it's not brilliant. It means it can have grenades clamped to it in assault. So that toughness 8 is like having toughness 6 without being a monstrous creature. Because all marines are clamping their strength 7 grenades onto you. Well, that's a slight issue.
And I'm not actually 100% sure, but monstrous creatures can't go in squads.
Nope, they can't.
But
you can move through cover. They do inflict fear. They are brilliant monstrous creatures. And your close combat attacks and your armor saves. All this guy's brilliant at is tank hunting, because he gets to attack at strength 10 in close combat. He just gets to smash the tank with his hands, and he is actually quite useful for obliterating tanks, but you'll never get in there. He also has Wraith Sight, which means on order of 1 every turn he does nothing. He stands there, auto hitting a soul, can't move, can't shoot, can't nothing. And now let's just get onto his war gear quickly. He is quite expensive, you'll realise, because of the toughness 8. Right. He's 90 points base, with absolutely no invulnerable save, and will go down like anything to a last cannon.
his weapons are like 30 points.
And his weapons are ridiculously expensive. So we'll talk about what Iron Caster give him in a minute. But you can have either 2 shuriken catapults. They're rubbish, by the way. 2 flamers, or a shuriken and a flamer. Take 2 flamers, because shuriken catapults are just awful. They're 12-inch range. They're just diabolically bad. They will never compete with the marine weapon in a million years. Marine bolt guns will tear shuriken catapults to pieces. Anybody's weapon will, especially tower weaponry. Okay, he has to be given a star cannon. It must be one of these. A star cannon at 30. That's a really expensive star cannon. Let's quickly start by saying. A bright lance at 40 points for a bright lance. Then you've got the more obvious options. The scatter laser at 20. That's quite reasonable. Shuriken cannon at 10. Yeah, if you make him cheap. EML at 25. Very good option. And a Wraith sword at 10. Do not give him a Wraith sword because we don't want him in the assault. You then give him another weapon. If you choose the same weapon, it's twin linked. You can pay 80 points for 1 bright lance.
No, it doesn't mean that. It says the Wraithlord may choose a second weapon from the command.
They count as if 2 weapons are chosen, they count as a single twin link weapon.
Yeah, you can take one there.
Yeah. So you get a twin linked bright lance for 80 points.
No. It must be equipped with one of the following weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it on right?
But
Yeah.
I didn't realise there were two of the things.
Yeah. You are paying 80
The
points.
points cost the same then.
Yeah, they are exactly.
Okay, so your Wraithlord is like a million.
He's about 1 million points. Yeah. He's so expensive. So.
But you don't have to give him a second weapon.
No point taken. The Eldar heavy support is brilliant, by the way. I've done all the heavy support things now, and I've loved all of them. I do not love this one. This is rubbish. It will foot slog. It will get shot. It's good at a bullet absorber, but Eldar overpriced. You don't want bullet absorbers. You want very powerful things.
It looks cool.
It looks very good. Do you want to talk about the model?
Yeah, there's some pretty good conversions. There's a Golden Demon entry. So crouching Wraithlord with a sword and like 2 hands, sitting on a rock.
That's quite cool.
There's one in the 5th edition rulebook, which it looks like a guardsman almost, like a sneaky guy. It's stalking forward with a 2-handed sniper.
That's quite cool.
It's
a sneaky Wraithlord.
It looks awesome, and it was done in a really good colour scheme too. It looked awesome. Look it up in the 5th edition rulebook. If anyone wants to buy it and comment, I've got 1%.
Of course you do. A rulebook is this. Right, yeah, basically, how I'd equipped him, by the way, is a scatter laser and an Eldar missile launcher.
Honestly though, just buy an avatar.
Just buy an avatar. The HQ. If you're taking heavy support, look anywhere else, you have a better heavy support choice.
Get 3 Dark Reapers with that gun that's barreled.
Yeah, do that. And support weapon batteries. It's all brilliant. This guy's not. His weakness, let me go through his positives. He is incredibly tough, so he can walk into big squads of Marines and take all their bolter fire. But Dark Angels have a lot of plasma. Marines have Devastators, Melter Guns. It's not... The only place where this guy's useful, by the way, is if you play a 500-point game. And your opponent thinks, oh, I only have to take 1 Strength 8 weapon. But apart from that...
In a 500-point game, I'll just take troops.
Yeah, this guy could be right. He's not very good, is the sad thing. His weaknesses are poison weapons, lack of invulnerable save, the fact he can only move 6 inches every turn, the fact his weapons are so expensive.
You could make a crouching one and then just hide it behind a tank.
Yep. His good points are he can smash tanks, he has a big mobile gun platform, and if you take 3 of them in your heavy support, I mean, he's not the worst thing in the game.
So here's what you do.
He's not a Viper.
You make it crouching, and then you hide it behind a tank, and
laying down.
And you keep driving this tank up.
Yeah.
And he stays right behind it, and it's a really strong tank. And then you get to an enemy tank, and he just pops out and stabs it.
That's actually quite a good tactic.
And then he jumps back behind the tank.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of points. It's like 500 points.
You're really wasting your points to do that. And Eldar have no strong tanks. Pass armor is 14, no 12.
Ally and hide behind ally.
Yep, that's the only option. Except when you roll the 1 for friendly and enemy, and all your Eldar start staring at all your Space Marines, and half your armies are mobile, and your Land Raider and your Wraithlord are sitting there like, I'm not moving till you move.
Not battle brother though.
No, obviously not. I hate John. I've said the quote. But the only way to go is, as I said, the Scatterlays and the EML. They're reasonably good. With those 2 on it, I'm going to give it, yes, it's alright, it's toughness 8, I suppose. It's a 6 out of 10. What would you say?
3.
Wonderful.
Because I like the model, but I've played against it once, and it died before it fired.
Yeah, that could be an issue. I've never played against them, I've never played with them, I don't like them. This is Warhammer Morton, and I'm out.